Hello everyone and welcome to a new mining video. It's been a while and I've been busy. As you can see right in front of us, there's an LB-box mining ASIC. Alongside with some GPUs just standing on some nothingness, as you can see right here. And just mining away. Floating around in the aether, nice and warm. Ooh, power supply especially, ooh, nice and toasty. But yeah, it's working. I've got it to work. Put in my old system inside. New system in my own computer. And yeah, it's been mining away for quite some time right now. A good month, maybe 1.5. But yeah, it's been going good. It's been going quite stable. Currently it has a customized Windows OS on it, one without a lot of bloatware, so that's also very good. On the other news, yeah, I might have to clean up a bit. There's a whole bunch of junk right here, including the old where's the thing? Ah yes, the old motherboard with the old stuff and stuff. Also some thermal paste right here, always useful. Yeah, all power supply that's just busted up. A lot of empty boxes everywhere. Yeah, old desktop system, all right over there. But yeah, it's been mining away for quite some time right now. It's gonna be shooting about 30 Raven coin a day. About 25 or so library coin. 0.003 Monero a day. Yeah, it's going good. Now going downstairs to behind the screen and tell you more about the everything and some other news. Especially something very interesting for the whole mining community itself. Also, real quick, I made some switch plugs, or Ethernet plugs I guess. 3D printed them. Sadly the printer itself broke. And I also have a whole bunch of server screws left. I have to screw in the server still. But yeah, all in due time. I'll probably make a video about it. What I can mention is that it is a nice case, this 4U server case. Works well. Alright, as mentioned, I have something pretty cool to show. And it is that I made a decent sized Excel sheet for all types of ASIC miners, etc. Front page has the numbers and such. Haven't updated these yet. These I've updated yesterday. This is about the power cost that I'm running in euros and USD. I change it manually every so often. Yeah, let me change it right now. Wow, it's still 106. Good. We'll have to mess around with that again for today. Scored it on the 28th of February, and well, in case some people do feel generous when viewing this, they can always send some crypto over to a good cause, you know. I'll probably reinvest it into well, living utilities. Like, I still live with parents. Eventually I want to get out of this place. So, yeah. Oh well, as you can see right down here, I have multiple different tabs. Sandbox, etc, CNR, library, script and grin. But first we'll just go over what this actually is. So when mining, for instance, Ethereum Classic, you get a certain amount of coins per hash, or in this case, mega hash. Other coins, it's like well, library. I think it's about in the gigahashes. Litecoin and Doge, I think also in the gigahash. Bitcoin in the terahash, and I could also plug down here Monero eventually, and that's going to be in the kilo hash. So, sandbox. This is pretty much where I mess around with all kinds of stuff. Currently I got set up to, well, looking for a chia mining farm potentially. So I have some numbers here. For instance, a minimum system will cost you about 250 euros, dollars, whatever. A drive will be, well, a good sized drive, so yeah, one of those big boys. Cheapest I found was about 250 euros for 16 terabytes. What it will yield about 15 euros per terabyte. 2 terabyte SSD for the plotting itself. Total amount of terabytes that's going to be plotted on is going to be 16. Total amount of plots will be about 160, depending on the plot size and such. Total cost of the system, which is going to be this plus this plus this. Again, these are real average numbers, so nothing will be the same in your case or my case. However, the yield will be about the same. Around 160 plots will yield about 20 cents a day. 25 cents a day, I mean. Which is going to be a return on investment of 200. Wait, correct me. A return on investment in about 2380 days. However, if you go full balls into the walls, you're gonna put in about $1,000 for the computer itself. It's gonna pop about, well, 350 per drive, 20 terabytes per drive. It's going to be 16.7 terabyte euros per terabyte. A better 2 terabyte SSD, probably going to be faster, something like that. The amount of terabytes is going to be into the system, it's going to be right up here. 20 times 20, it's going to be 400 terabytes, equals 4,000 plots. The total cost will drive you, well, will be driven up to over 4,500 euros. But the yield will be a lot more, at about $6.36 a day. ROI around 708 days, so 2 years or so at the current market pricing, which is about $40 per chia coin. So let's say next bull run, chia coin goes up to like 250 bucks a coin. Well, this is gonna be way less, because this is gonna be multiplied by a handful. Now, if you really want to go crazy, overkill, as you can see by the name, yeah, that's gonna be around 1200 for the whole system itself. So like PCIe expansion cards, yeah, PCIe to SATA, SATA drives themselves, etc. Same drives, because why would you go for even more expensive if these are already pretty great drives in my opinion? Those are the Seagates, I think. But yeah, you're gonna be doubling the amount of drives. So instead of 20 whole drives, you're gonna put in 40. Let me do the correct calculations. There we go. I like to keep these as formulas, because if you change it to like let's say 24 terabytes a drive, yeah, you're gonna get way more. Yeah, total amount of terabytes, total amount of plots is gonna be doubled as compared to this. Total cost is gonna be about 8 grand. But yeah, $12 a day for this system. It's gonna be, yeah, plenty less than a year to get your ROI minus power costs. So recently I've seen a video from Red Panda Mining, about share mining, so that's kind of the inspiration on why I'm making this video, by the way. And he has received some starter kits from Evergreen. I've looked into the pricing and such. They're alright, like total cost here 300 for the base kit, which is 6 terabyte. 10 terabyte will be $350 dollars. 12 terabyte 400, 16 terabyte 500. This is gonna be the yield, about ish. Oh, and over here the expansion card. But the ROI, that's a thing that I'm kind of afraid of when I'm trying to see if I'm actually planning on getting a starter kit instead of like your own computer, which can be used for plenty of other things in the future and such. I do think you can reuse these drives though in the future. So like if ShareCoin were to really flunkers or whatever, you can recover the drives and put something more basic on it, like video recordings or games or something like that, or like terabytes of pictures, whatever. You know, who knows what's on your computer. But yeah, the ROI, it's compared to making your own system. Yeah, point to note is that the power cost will be higher than these things, but you can do more with them. For instance, I think you're gonna use a 2 terabyte drive to plot with, but you won't plot 20 plots at a time. You can plot like 10 or so. So you have 1 terabyte spare for, I don't know, server applications. Plus you have a processor in it. That's going to be used for other applications. So like, if you're kind of advanced with certain systems, you can run it in a true server, like one of those industrial systems or whatever, and you can get way more out of it. So you can partially host, I don't know, web services on it. So even with all that in mind, yeah, the best one out of all these is the Kit Pro, 160 terabytes for 2,800 euros. It's a lot. It is a lot. For at least what you get out of it. Because for double you can get like triple money. And yeah, the ROI on these things is about between 3 and 5 years. So like 3 on the low end, 5 on the high end. And here I was messing around with different types of components. Here I have just the cost of the basic system itself. I should add 50 to it for the 2 terabytes SSD. I did put it in the this here, so I guess I don't need to put it here then. As long as I like, let me just show you what Excel is pretty much. Slide tutorial on that as well. There we go. And then instead of plus that, I can do plus this. So for pretty much a basic system without a GPU, you go and run about, yeah, around $1,000 as calculated right here. So this is based on the quote-unquote max system. GPU, I left it blank because the R9 3900 doesn't have a graphical thingy built into it, unlike the new 7000 series Ryzen or the, I think, non-F series of processors on Intel. So you can, yeah, you can weigh it out through there. But the thing why I put a Ryzen 9 3900 in here is because of the mining potential on Monero. according to the benchmark site, you can use about. I thought I saw about 22. No way, no, not 22. Around 15,000. 15 kilo hash on Monero, which is very good. It's like, well, 3/5 of what I'm running right now with my 7900X in my main system and the 3700X in my mining system, yielding on the 7900X yielding about 16 kilo hash and the 3700 yielding about 8 to 9 kilo hash. But that's besides the point. So the price of this thing is going to be, yeah, as you can see here, 8 grand almost. I'm actually not sure where the extra costs are, because, yeah. Oh wait, I think it's just this. This is the reason why it's so expensive. Why is this not so expensive? Wait a second. This should be 400. Yeah, what? Yeah, times 20. So this should be 20 times 20 equals 400. 4,000 plots. Well. Let me just fix that up a bit. Okay, a slight downside. This number was actually correct. Yeah. So that's a bit of a downside, but hey. You can't always win. But total cost of like a true system, pretty much digitalized over here. You can, if anyone wants to, you can just try this out and see how it does. The extension card is gonna be quite thing. Yeah, it's gonna be around $60. I'm not sure how good these things are, but yeah, they exist. I've seen some with like 20 to 24 ports, SATA ports on them, and they have a dedicated cooling system on them themselves. So yeah, they can go pretty big. And yeah, you can also add more different stuffs over here if you want to. Don't forget to move these around. So that's the recent Chia project that I'm working on, I guess. Not officially working on, but yeah, it's written out here. It's kind of what I'm gonna go for eventually. So now for the etc. Now Ethereum Classic. I did a lot of research on the different types of miners, how much power they use, how much mega hash you get, the price per mega hash per watt. Oh wait, the amount of mega hash you get per watt, the price in dollars that you have to put down to get one of these things, the price per gigahash instead of mega hash, tiny asterisk there. So like, what is this? Oh, but I see. Wait a second. Yeah, price per gigahash should be self-explanatory. Discovery price divided by the amount of mega hash you get out of the system. So like, also a gig hash is 1000 mega hash. So per 1000 mega hash in Apollo V1 miners, it's gonna be costing about this much, and this much for the SE, SE Plus, Apollo V1. Jasmine X4Q, 1U, C1U, and the X4 itself. Profits per day, this should be updated from the front page, so over here. So let's say the price goes up to 120 bucks. I changed here. Yield is like way higher over here. So in case of Ethereum Classic going up way much more, then yeah, you can change it right here. But I will change it back for now. Who knows? Maybe in a couple months it is actually 120 bucks. So yeah, keep that in mind. These are without the power costs calculated within. So these are nice. However, this is the downside. This is costing a lot. So this is the amount of the kilowatt hours the miner uses per day. So per 24 hours. This is going to be the power costs. As you can see, another more nice formula right over here. So this row times your power costs in euros, dollars, whatever. You can also change this over. Won't really do much. But like, let's say instead of 20 cents, I use it costs like 8 cents per kilowatt hour. The prices go way down, and it's actually far more appetizing to actually mine. Everything is extremely plus, and you actually have an ROI which is positive. I will change it back now. Go back to the ETC, and you see that some numbers are very high, some numbers are actually negative. If it's negative, yeah, you're running a net loss. So in short, it takes so many days to actually lose double the amount you put in. So in this case, in 1567 days, you lose $480. So keep that in mind. Power costs are always a huge point of attention when it comes to calculating these things. As you can see, some are actually profitable, but then you have to look at the ROI, return on investment date, which in some cases is 10-20 years or so. Like, no wait, these are more like 100 years or 60 to 70 years. These are around 10 years, yeah. But these are with today's prices. If this goes down to like, let's say 500 bucks. Yeah, this goes down. If it goes up, that goes up. It's all the way of calculating this and that. And again, if let's say in the ultimate times 120 bucks. Power, you're getting a nice deal, 0.08. Oh, return on investment, in 100 days you can get your money back. These are the bull run numbers, so to speak. So heck, if you get these are all so much more attractive than what it was. But sadly, this is the reality. So if you ever see a scammer on the Instagram or on different social media saying like, oh, you should definitely invest into crypto mining, you can send them this video and tell them, yes, but. So yeah, that's the long story short with Ethereum Classic. Over here I do have a little bit of a daily profit, I think. Or it was daily cost with G3, yeah, daily cost of operation with an X4 1U, so with this thing, and as you can see, it's linear. Yeah, nothing to say, but nothing to talk about much more. So Kryptonite R, I've seen some miners of this going around. Yeah, if the net profit is nearing zero exactly, the ROI date goes like, yeah, you know what? This is gonna be like 1 billion years. So yeah, library coin. As you've seen in the intro, I do have this one right here. It's, yeah, that's a disappointment. It's yielding negative 36 cents a day. At least the power costs aren't that high. Scripts, these are quite the big boys. As you can see, L3 Plus here, this was like the king of the previous bull run. Due to the whole Dogecoin shebang and such, yeah. You lose double the amount of money every half year or so. The only one that is actually profitable is the L7. But yeah, the problem, the reason why I'm not getting this one is because it costs 8 grand and the power costs are just crazy. 3.4 kilowatts an hour. That's pretty much your whole, well, one whole power group in the Netherlands, or in Europe, or on the 240 volt line, which is about 20 amperes per line. And green as a final result, because I did see some of these as well. I do think that these are the only ones on here, well, on the public market, so these aren't really, yeah, it isn't really a well-known algorithm, plus a lot of speculation. Do note that these coins are, in fact, all speculative. The only true gold miners are the Bitcoin miners. But yeah, they all use a crap ton of power, or yeah, there are those more slender something miners on the market which yield around 500 gigahash, and this is in terahash. So yeah, not something that I'm willing to spend like 500 bucks on. Plus the power cost. That's also a factor. Like per terahash, yeah, you're gonna get 0.6 cents. And yeah, per every these right here. Yeah, these aren't just the USD per hash. I could just do this. There we go. Nice and neat. There, I changed it to well, normal numbers, so you have a better overview. But yeah, Litecoin, for instance, per gigahash, I think, yeah. You get a nice amount of Dogecoin. You get like 20 each. So if you're a good miner, which is well, like I shown the L7, yeah, you can get quite a decent amount of Dogecoin out of it, like 200 a day. And as you may have seen in the past, Dogecoin can actually go up crazy high if Elon Musk talks about it. So yeah, fun stuff all around. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed this video. In the description, I'll have my site linked. On there, you can probably find. I'll probably put down a link to download the Excel sheet. I will try and update it as often as possible. You can always comment in the description about saying like, hey, I saw this crypto miner on here and here and here. Put in a name, put in a site, tell me where you got it from. I'll look at it myself, and I'll put it in the algo scripts. Might even make one for Bitcoin as well. I don't know. Who knows? Probably work on this even more as well. But all of that is for the future. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed this video, and have a good one. Goodbye.